On my birthday, my family gave me a card that said, "At least you tried." They all laughed as I pretended to blow out candles on an empty cake stand. I took the joke, I took the photo, then I took the car keys. 2 weeks later, my brother texted, "Mom's been crying every night. Just come back." I was 24, still living at home after my screen printing business tanked, working at a warehouse making $16 an hour. Third shift, loading pallets until my back screamed. Meanwhile, my sister was pulling 78K as an ER nurse, and my brother had just gotten promoted to assistant manager at First National Bank. The performance started at 6 p.m. My mom had set up the living room with one sad banner that said Happy B-Day and streamers that looked like they'd been used for 3 previous parties. My sister arrived first, designer purse on her shoulder, already smirking. Then my brother, still in his bank polo, checking his Rolex. My dad brought out the cake stand, empty, completely bare except for 24 candles stuck directly into the metal. My mom was giggling before they even started singing. That's when my sister handed me the card. Gas station clearance bin, cartoon clown with a deflated balloon. Inside, in my dad's blocky handwriting, "At least you tried, sport." Below that, my mom's cursive, "We love you anyway." My sister had written, "Maybe next year you'll have a real job." And my brother added, "Don't give up, buddy," with a smiley face. They all stood there, phones out, recording, waiting for me to break down or storm out or give them the reaction they wanted for their group chat later. I didn't. I smiled, walked to the cake stand, leaned down like I was making a genuine wish, and blew out those 24 candles on absolutely nothing. "Thanks, guys," I said. "Love you too." My sister was the first to crack. She burst out laughing, then my brother, then my mom. My dad just shook his head like I was the punchline to a joke he'd been telling for years. "Get a picture," my mom said, pulling out her phone. "You and your invisible cake." I posed, smiled, let them get their content. Then I walked to the key rack by the front door, grabbed my dad's F-150 keys, and walked straight out. Nobody even noticed for the first 5 minutes. They were too busy reviewing the footage. I drove to my buddy's place, 3 states over, 11 hours straight, pulled into his driveway at 4 a.m. and finally exhaled. Here's what they didn't know. That truck, the 2019 Ford F-150 King Ranch Edition, technically mine. See, 18 months ago, my dad had totaled his own truck, drunk, lost his license for 6 months. Insurance refused to cover a replacement. He was desperate, needed a vehicle for work. So I offered to help, put the loan in my name, made the $340 monthly payments, let him drive it temporarily. Temporarily became 6 months, then a year, then 18 months. Every time I asked about transferring it back, my dad would say, "Next month, sport, just need to sort some things out first." He never sorted anything out. Just kept driving my truck while I took the bus to my warehouse shifts. I didn't answer my brother's first text, or his second. My mom called 47 times in 3 days. I let every single one go to voicemail. My sister left a voice note. "You're being so dramatic right now. It was a joke. Stop punishing everyone because you can't take a little teasing." I blocked her number that night. Day 4, I called the bank, explained the situation, proved I'd been making every payment. Account was in my name. Title got transferred within 72 hours. Day 8, I sold it. Private sale, $24,600 cash. My buddy knew a guy who'd been looking for that exact model. I paid off the loan, cleared $11,400 profit, bought a used Honda Civic for $4,200, pocketed the rest. My dad found out when the repo company called asking why the truck wasn't at his address. He tried calling from my mom's phone, then my brother's, then my sister's, then from restricted numbers. I didn't answer any of them. Week 2, my brother texted, "Mom's been crying every night. Just come back. We can talk about this like adults." I replied, "Tell her at least she tried." Week 3, my sister showed up at my buddy's place. No idea how she found the address. She knocked for 20 minutes. I watched from the window, didn't open the door. She left a note. "You're tearing this family apart over a birthday joke. Grow up." I left the note on my buddy's porch. It rained that night. Ink ran everywhere. Last week, my dad finally got through. Restricted number I didn't recognize. He sounded older, tired. Said my mom's been seeing a therapist twice a week. That my sister feels terrible about the whole thing. That they'd all like to apologize in person as a family. "We really messed up," he said. "We took it too far. But you're our son. You're our brother. That has to mean something." I let him finish. Let the silence stretch. Then I said, "At least you tried, Dad," and hung up. I'm not going back. Not to that house. Not to those people. Not to being the punchline they pull out whenever they need to feel better about themselves. They wanted a joke. They got one. Except this time, I'm the one laughing.